namespace, and namespace is a logical container of types. Logical container of types. Types means what will come? Classes, enum, structure, delegates, interfaces. So totally 5 things will come for you under under the types now. Logical container of types. All these 5 things will come for you under the types. Is it clear, all of you? Okay, the tree sitting in the back side, behind the pole. Come front. The tree sitting behind the pole. Switch off the TV and come front. A lot of space there. You can sit there even. Okay. Well, so that's what. So basically, logical containers means, I said to you, they don't physically consume any space. They don't physically consume any space, basically. So what will they do? They're just going to use for 2 reasons. One is for grouping. Second one is to overcome the naming collisions. To overcome the naming collision, we just use it. That's the main purpose of the logical containers. Okay. And what I said to you, there are more than 15,000 predefined types for us. I repeat, guys, there are more than 15,000 predefined types for us. Are you clear? Okay, there are more than 15,000 predefined types for us that are available for us. 15,000, not classes, types. They can be classes, they can be structures, they can be interfaces, any of those things. And all these are defined under some namespace. Yes or not? All these are defined under some namespace. Everything is defined under some namespace, basically. So what they done? What did Microsoft do? Microsoft has defined these under separate namespaces like this. You can see here. This is our namespace. What it contains? GUI application development types. What this contains? Web app types. What this contain? Array, like this, a different namespace are put now, and under that we have been given with all the things now. Are you clear or not? Okay, this is how it works. And second one, naming collision problem. To overcome the naming collision. Okay. Now, finally, what I said, a console class is defined in the namespace called as system. Console class is defined in the namespace called as system. So whenever you want to consume, what you should call? System.console. What you should call? System.console. Because just like you write a surname before your name, just like you write a surname before your name, it is also a responsibility to write the namespace name before the class name. And finally, we talk like, alright, this is a lengthy process. And to simplify that, I said to you there is a concept called as, what is that? Importing a namespace. Importing a namespace. How do we do that? Using not keyword. I used the word directive. Using directive. Terminology is important, man. Jargon is very, very important. You can't use whatever you want. Using directive. And the using directive means, I said you, a directive is an instruction given by the program to the compiler. We are giving the instruction to the compiler. Okay. So last class, remember, we written 2 programs here. One without importing a namespace and one with importing a namespace. Let's open them. I said you the simplest way. Directly open the command prompt first. Yesterday I created a shortcut now. Yeah. Now, come on. Tell me. I want to change the drive. E colon. Perfect. Change the folder. CD C#11. There, see, you have 2 files created now. First.cs, second.cs. First.cs compile, first.exe generated. Second.cs compile, second.exe generated. Are you getting me or not? Okay. So like this, we're just going to generate all the appropriate things to you in this space now. Okay, fine. So now I want to write a new program, man. I wanted to write a new program. So let me write a new program now. Third.cs. And I will write one more program here. Third.cs. Okay. First, let me open first.cs. Second.cs. Now, see the difference now. In the first.cs, we don't have a namespace import. Second.cs, we have a namespace import. Okay, now? Well, actually, which version of the C# are we learning now? Louder. Well, C# 12. Every version added you new features, man. Every version added you new features. So basically, in C# 6.0 version, in C# 6.0, they introduced the new feature. What is the new feature, Now you can import classes also. You're importing namespace now. You can import class also now. You can import a class also now. Watch. Using system.console. See, yesterday what we imported namespace, correct? Now we are importing a class. Now see, class third. What can I write Clear right line. What you're doing? Importing a class. Yesterday you imported a namespace and today we imported a class. Any doubts to anyone? Understood or not? This was a new feature added in C# 6.0. Are you clear? Okay. So 6.0. Since 1 onwards, since first version, using is there. From first version, importing namespace available. In 6.0, importing classes was added. Importing classes was added. Let me save it, compile it. Wait. Watch it. What I'm importing is a class. Okay. Now let me compile the program. Guys, I got an error. All of you read it. Open the mouth, everyone. What is the meaning of it? What is selected? What is the meaning of it? Using namespace directive can be applied only to namespaces. Console is not a namespace. Console is a type. Means what is it telling you? Cannot use using directive on a type now. Using directive cannot be used on a type. Using directive can be used only on namespaces, not on types. Then how can I use it on a type, sir? Read the continuation. You have a new directive now. What is a new directive? Using static. See, I said you that only. Understand, the terminology is important. What I said you, we call it as a directive. Earlier, using namespace directive. Now, using static directive. This is for importing the type. So what should I write? Using static. Did you understand, all of you? Using is for namespaces. Using static is for classes. Okay. Let me save it. Compile it. Now see, guys, no error. No error, see. Run. Third. Importing a class. Importing a class. Okay. Basically, you'll have a doubt here. Sir, what is static here? The static is to tell you can consume only static members of the class. Did you understand me or not? The static is to tell you can consume only static members of the class. Tomorrow, in the class console, if there's a non-static member, I cannot consume it like this because non-static members require an instance prefix. Non-static requires an instance prefix. So the static is a keyword which indicates like this option will work only for static members but not for other members. So 3 options of writing the code I shown you, guys. Once again, check. This is the first program. No inputs. Second program, importing a namespace. Third program, importing a class. How did you import a namespace? Using directive. How did you import a class? Using static directive. Static indicates Array, static members only. You can consume only static members, but you cannot consume the non-static members. Which one is simple? Which one you prefer now? Importing a namespace or importing a class? Importing a namespace is only recommended. Importing a class have two drawbacks here. First drawback is this can be applied only to static members. Tomorrow, even non-static members, it doesn't work now. Second drawback is if you're importing a class, you're restricting to that class only. Other things of the namespace cannot be used now. Here, what are you importing? Namespace. In this namespace, imagine 100 classes are there. All 100 can be used now. Okay? But here, what can we use, Only console class static members. See, very specific, very specific. What you can use? Console class only, static members only. But here, all the classes of the system namespace, every member of the classes now. Static also used, non-static. These things are used only in particular scenarios here. These things are used only in particular scenarios. I will tell you in detail going forward where do we use these things now. Are you getting me? I will tell you going forward where do you use these particular things basically. Okay, in particular scenarios only. Otherwise, 99% what I will use is only importing namespace. Importing a namespace. Yesterday, I shown you some code also to you in the Visual Studio. All of you, did you notice all are importing classes only? Sorry, importing namespace only. No class is imported, see. All are namespace only, no static there anywhere. All are referring to namespace, but none is referring to class. In what scenarios we import classes, I'll tell you. But remember that option is also there. Okay, when to use, we'll discuss on it. But maximum what will work is importing the namespaces. Okay. Well, guys, see, these are all the things what I explained you from yesterday. First, how to write a program. Second, saving the program. Third, compilation. 4, execution. Then I explained you system.console.writeLine clear. And there I said you what is console, what is WriteLine, and what is clear. Console is a class and WriteLine and clear are methods. Then I taught you about system. And I said you the need of a namespace, grouping, resolve the naming collision. Resolve the naming collision. And then here I started with importing a namespace. How to import a namespace? We import it by using a using directive. Read this louder. The types are from the imported namespace now. The types are from the imported namespace. Okay now? Well, and next this example to test the process of importing, write a new program. What is it? Second.csc. Using system here. Console.clear, console.writeLine. Okay now? And guys, one more thing. Suppose you come across a scenario like this. Watch this. You come across a scenario like this. In this scenario, importing will not work. What is that? There are two namespaces here. One is NSP1, one is NSP2. Here also we have class called first. Here also we have class called first. I will say using NSP1, using NSP2. Array, I'm writing using NSP1, using NSP2. And I'm referring to first. Which first are you referring? NSP1.first, NSP2.first. Confusing or not? In this scenario, import doesn't work. Compulsory, you're required to write NSP1.first, NSP2.first. Say you are a group of friends here, 10 people. All the 10 people have unique names. All the 10 people have unique names. Can I call you with your name directly now? Open the mouth and answer. Can I call with your name directly or not? In these 10, two persons have the same name now. Can I call with the name directly? No, compulsory required to call with your surname also now. If 10 have 10 names unique, names are enough. But in this 10, if 2 or 3 have the same name now, compulsory surname should be used. Same point I'm telling you here. If at all you come across a scenario like this, importing namespace will not work. You should call NSP 1 dot first, NSP 2 dot first. That's mandatory. I mentioned that also in the notes here. You can see in the last. Fixing the namespace name to them like this. Okay, now? And then morning I explained you about this. What is it? This is a new feature introduced in C# 6.0, which allows us to import a type and then consume all the, don't forget, what you can consume, static members of that type without a type name prefix. See the syntax? Using static dot type, using static system dot console. Are you clear, all of you? And this is how it works. Okay, now these are the 3 programs I shown you. First program, second. Okay, try all the 3, but what we use is 2, not the 3. Always we prefer importing namespaces but not types. Late into the class, Sachin, be on time, yeah. Directive is an instruction given by the compiler, so that the compiler has to follow that particular instruction. So I'm telling to my compiler, what I'm telling to my compiler, these members belongs to this class. What I'm telling to the compiler, these members belongs to this class. So listen, I'm telling to my compiler, these types belongs to this namespace. Understood? Here what you imported? Namespace. So these types belongs to this namespace. What you imported here? Class. So these members belongs to this class. I don't see any activeness on anyone's face. Understanding or not understanding. At least if you tell that, I can repeat. No expression on the face. That's what I'm telling you. Are you following me? So 3 ways of writing your code. First option, prefix namespace name, class name before the member. Second option, import the namespace, prefix the class name. Third option, import the class, no need any prefix, directly call it. Directly call it. Okay, to import namespace, using directive. To import class, using static directive. Using static. These are 2 separate directives what we have. Okay. Well, guys, next. We learned about how to display the output on the monitor. Yes, using static is system.console. That is a class now. Console is a class. Static is to import classes. Using is to import directives. All right, what it is directive here. Using is one directive. Using is one directive to import namespaces. Okay, next. Using static is another directive to import classes. Both are directives only. This is one directive. This is another directive. Understood? Amina. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We have seen now how to display the output on the monitor, man. Now I want to take some input from the user. I want to take some input from the user. You learn scanf in your C language now, taking the input. Now tell me one thing, after you take the input from the user, where do you store it? Variable. We store it in a variable. Means you're required to declare a variable. You're required to declare a variable means you need to know the data types now. You need to know the data types. So let's start with data types in C#. What are the data types provided by C# language? You already learned data types in C language now, but here we are learning about the data types in the C# language. Okay, guys, have a look. These are the data types in C# language. Focus on this carefully. They are divided into different categories, man. First one, integer types, decimal, boolean, date time, unique identifier, character, case. So different categorizations are made. First one is integer. You learned integers in your school days, na? Non-decimal values are called as integers. Okay, now what are the integer types we have? 8 integer types are there. See, are you clear? First one, byte. Second one, int, long. Excuse me. Call him. Concentrate on the class here. You're not opening the mouth. Where are you? I don't understand. Open the mouth first. You feel ashamed in learning the subject first. Understood? Open the mouth first. Come on, read it. First one. Stop it there. These 4 are same. Difference in the size. 1 byte, 2 bytes, 4 bytes, 8 bytes. See? 1 byte memory location, 0 to 255. 2 bytes memory location, minus 2 power 15 to 2 power 15 minus 1, 4 bytes. Minus 2 power 31 to 2 power 31 minus 1, 8 bytes. Minus 2 power 63 to 2 power 63 minus 1. Capacity, size variations are there now. Okay. Now we have another 4 in the below now. I tell you. Remember in the school we learned what is it? Signed and unsigned values. What is signed? Positive or negative. Unsigned? Pure positive. Unsigned is pure positive. Signed is positive or negative. Now tell me, byte can store what? Signed or unsigned? Unsigned. Correct now? Opposite is signed byte. See now? 1 byte only. But see the difference now. Minus 128 to 127. Now it is assigned here. Unsigned. Short. Hey, signed. Opposite. Unsigned short. Same only. 2 bytes only. See, starting from 0. Same way. Unsigned integer. Now see. 1248, 1248. What is the difference? Signed, unsigned. What is signed? Short. In the list I'm asking you, what are signed? Short, int, long, yes, byte. What is unsigned? Byte, u short, u int, u long. These are all unsigned. Clear or not? 1 and 3 columns are clear. I tell you what is 2. 1 and 3 columns are clear. First column telling the type name and third column telling you size of the capacity. Next, decimal. You know decimals now. Which store decimal value? Integer, opposite decimal now. 3 decimals are there. Float, decimal, double decimal. 4 bytes, 8 bytes, 16 bytes. Difference is in size again now. You know Boolean. What it stores? True or false. Name is bool. 1 byte. 1 byte memory. You did not come across this in your C language. Date time. Will store your date and time value. Name is date time only. 8 bytes. Next, unique identifier. What a unique identifier is actually when you learn database programming, you will learn about it here. Say, I have a table. In my table, I have 1 million records. In a table, I have 1 million records. Every record should have a unique ID or not? Yes or not? I have 1 million, not a problem. I have 100 million records now. 100 million records. Every record should have a unique ID now. And to give a unique ID, SQL Server provides you a data type called as unique identifier. What is that? Unique identifier. What is the size, 32 bytes. 32 bytes. It's a alpha numeric string. It is a alpha numeric string. How do you generate, how do you get this, when you learn SQL Server, your teacher will teach you more detail about this, but let me give an idea. So I'm opening SQL Server here. Select new ID. Just watch. This is a function here, predefined function. This function will generate one ID now. Check it out. It's a 32-bit ID, 32 bytes. 8 -4 -4 -4 -12. Total 32. Alpha numerics. You know what is the specialty of this value now? You want a value now? This value will never be generated on any system anywhere in the world. I said in English only here. What did I say? This value will never be generated on any system anywhere in the world. When I say this, I showed some astonishment on your face. No, I did not see that. See the greatness of the system here. A value was generated. Microsoft is giving a guarantee to you. What guarantee? This value will never repeat anywhere in the world again. That is a guarantee it's offering, Are you clear? We use this one for unique identification of records in the table. We use this for unique identification of the records. What you call, in other words, we call this as a GUID, stands for Global Unique Identifier. Got it or not? What is that? Global Unique Identifier. It is just called as a Global Unique Identifier, and we'll be having a Global Unique Identifier. This is exactly the beauty of this value. This value will never repeat any system anywhere in the world. That is the assurance from Microsoft. Are you clearer or not? To store this value in our application, we are provided with a data type. What is the name? GUID size. Now only shown you 32-bit value. Tomorrow, if I want to store in my application, I should use this data type. In SQL Server, this is called as unique identifier only, but in C# we call as GUID, Global Unique Identifier. Both are same only. Clearer or not? Next one. Character. But do you remember this? In our C language, we learned char is 1 byte only. But why it is 2 bytes now? You can store any language means Unicode characters. Listen, all of you, carefully watch it. Recollect, we learned already about this in C language. Char ch is equals to a. I'm declaring a variable like this. The what happens internally? Computer doesn't understand English, correct? Now, what computer understands? Binary, ones and zeros. So what will happen? Every character on your keyboard has a numeric representation. What do we call ASCII? What do you call it? ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information interchange. Information interchange. What is the ASCII value of uppercase character A? 65. Now this 65 is converted, basically we call this as, we have an ASCII, and this ASCII value is 65, and now this 65 is converted into binary. What is the binary value? 1 0 0 0 0 0 1 1500. That is the binary value. That is a binary value. Every character you give now will be first converted to binary and stored by a computer. Okay. Now see, what is the char size in C language? 1 byte. 1 byte means what is the max possible value we can store in 1 byte memory? What is the max possible value we can store in 1 byte memory? 255. 255, not 256, 255. When you convert 255 into binary, you will get 8 ones. Array, just now only I shown you, na? 5 minutes back only I shown you. 255. Convert the 255 into binary. What will you get, 8 ones. Check it out. Google, man. Binary value of 255. Count it. 8 ones. Binary value of 256. Don't look at the value, man. Count the number of digits. That's all. 8 or 9? 9. Then you cannot store in 1 byte memory. 1 byte means 8 bits. So what is the max possible value? 255. 256 cannot be stored in a 1 byte memory now. 256 cannot be stored in a 1 byte memory location. Where you require to store it? You need a bigger size now. You need a bigger size. Okay? Well, now listen to this carefully. In C language, in a character, I can store only English language characters. Yes or not? In C language, under a character, I can store only English alphabets. Agree? But coming to C#, Java, Python, you can store characters other than English also. You can store characters other than English also. Guys, I wanted to store a Hindi character here. What I want to store? Hindi character. Now tell me, computer doesn't understand Hindi also. Now for this also I need a binary representation now. Means you want a numeric value for this also. Tell me, can I give 65 as a numeric representation for that? Can I give 65 as a numeric representation for the Hindi character A? Why? Already assigned, already assigned. Tomorrow can I go to a mobile company and ask now, I want that particular person's number, that number only give it to me, miss, get out, they'll say, why will they give you? You won't do na. Okay, so simple common sense here. Same way, the 65 is already assigned. Not only 65, guys. 0 to 255 are already assigned. 0 to 255 are already assigned. Uppercase alphabets 65 to 90. Lowercase alphabets 97 to 120. Numerics 48 to 57. Comma 44. Decimal 46. Enter key 13. Backspace 8. Spacebar 32. Just go for Googling ASCII value table. If you go to the ASCII value table, it will show you the ASCII value of every key on your things now. You can do it like this also. Watch it here. If your keyboard has a number keyboard, if your keyboard has a number keyboard available, okay, use the Alt key, and press a number. It will tell you the character of it. In Notepad, this feature was available. Say, press the Alt key, not the numbers on the top here. Number keyboard in the right hand side, you will find that only will work. 65. I did not type A. What I typed is 65. Did you understand me? How to try that? Catch the Alt key. and press it. 44, 46, 47 slash 48. 48 to 57 is numerics. Are you clear? So these are the ASCII values. Basically, 0 to 255 are already assigned. Then where to start now? Where to start now? Tell me. 250. Or if you start from 256, 1 byte memory won't be sufficient now. And this is the reason why the size was increased to 2 bytes. The size was increased to 2 bytes. 2 bytes means what the max capacity? 1 byte is 0 to 2 bytes. 65,535. 0 to 65,535. See, this also has a numeric representation, guys. But we don't call it ASCII. Why, sir? What is the form of ASCII? Why will Hindi character have American standard code here? Why will Hindi have American standard code now? This is different. We call it as Unicode. What is that? Unicode. And the Unicode value of the Hindi alphabet A is 2309. What is it? 2309. And the binary conversion of this particular 2309 is, if you convert 2309 into binary, that is a value what you get. Tell me now, more than 8 or less than 8? More than 8. More than 8 means 2 byte memory. Did you understand the reason for increasing the size now? So what is the drawback with C language? Only English is supported. Then if only English is supported, how will you develop this application? Tell me. How will you develop this application? Tell me now. Not possible, na? Can I do with C#? Can I do with Java? Can I do with Python? Yes. Why? 2 bytes. The size is 2 bytes. It provides support for languages other than English also. What languages? Here you can check. Click on the plus symbol. All these languages are called as Unicode except English. Exclude English from there. English is ASCII. Remaining all other languages comes under Unicode. These all. Every character has a numeric representation. And don't call it as ASCII. What do you call? Unicode. Did you understand the reason for increasing the size of char type now? This is why they increase the size of the char type. It is no more 1 byte, it is 2 bytes. Next one. You know, string. What is a string? Collection of characters. How many characters? Who knows? We don't know now. That's why strings doesn't have size. See, their size column is empty. Size column is empty. String is a variable length type. String is a variable length type. Character, fixed length type. Integer, fixed length type. Decimal, fixed length type. See, totally 17 types are there here. Until character is 15. Count. 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. Until char, all these are fixed length. All these are fixed length. And now come to string, variable length. No size. Say, I said string str is equals to hello. How many characters? String str is equals to hello. How many characters? What I asked you? How many characters are there? I asked you. You know, mathematics na? You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 na? Open the mouth and answer here. 5 characters na? 5 bytes, not 6 bytes. It is in C language. In C language, end of the string is represented with a backslash character, but not required as in Java, .NET and Python. 5 characters, 5 bytes. That's all. How many characters? 5. I'm storing 5 Hindi characters. 10 bytes. Array, I'm storing 5 English characters, 5 bytes. I'm storing 5 Hindi characters, 10 bytes. Size is varying or not now? That is why strings are called as variable length types. What is it? variable length type. Okay. So that's what, that's why you don't have any size here. Last one. What is the object, Object is a parent. Object is a parent of all the data types, man. Object is a parent of all the data types. So what it can store? Anything. What it can store? Anything. You can store integers, you can store decimals, you can store boolean, you can store date and time, you can store GUID, you can store string, anything it can store. Why? Because it is a parent of all. Anything can be stored in the object. Did you get my point or not? Are you clear what I'm telling you? Because object is a parent. You can store anything inside of the object. Possibility is there. Any type of value can be stored. And it is also variable and type only, see. No size listed there. Variable and type. Why, sir? A simple common sense there here. If I store integer, 4 bytes. If I store decimal, 16 bytes. If I store string, number of characters. If I store date time, 8 bytes. If I store GUID, 32 bytes. Fix the varying. So we have 2 variable and types. What are the 2? String and object. Rest of all, what are fixed and types? Integer types, decimal types, boolean types, date time, unique identifier, character types. All the, sorry, char, not character types, char. Okay, again, variable types, string, object. Are you guys clear with the first and the third columns? I did not explain you second and fourth. Clear with 1 and 3? Okay. I remember, guys, 2 or 3 days back, I was telling you this one. What is it? Int is a type. Correct? Int is a type. Is it born or predefined? It's not born, it is predefined. It is predefined. And I explained, you remember, how is it predefined? It is defined in the libraries as a structure. Yes or not? I said you this one, it is defined in the libraries as a structure. So int is a structure in your C language. If you go to C language, all these are defined like this in the libraries. How you know? Struct int. Same way. Struct float. Sorry. Struct float. Struct char. All these are defined in the libraries for you already now. Not only in C language, here in C# also same only. They are predefined. They are predefined. Understood my point or not? They're all predefined actually. Where are the defined libraries? Where they defined libraries? So listen, this is C language. Guys, remember, this is C language. The same thing was done in C# also. How is it defined? Struct. The name is not intr. The name is int32. Array 32 tells the size, man. 32. I'm sorry. I'm typing wrong. Sorry, guys. Struct int32. 32 is the size now. What is that? 32 bit means 4 bytes memory. 4 byte memory. You learned short in C? Short. String short. But how is it defined in C#? Struct int 16. C language is byte also, na? Struct byte. What is the name here, Byte only. Byte only. Okay. Int 16 represents what? 16-bit. Means 2 byte memory. 32 means 4 byte memory. Now can you guess this? Eight byte memory. 8 byte memory means long here. That is long in my C language now. Are you getting me? Okay. So listen all of you carefully. What is this? This is my type name now. What is it? Type name. Byte. And actual original name is byte only. Here, short original name int 16. The second column is that only, man. Look at the second column. Byte is called byte. Short is called int is called long s byte u short uint uint 32 u long unc. These are the what you are seeing in the second column is the original names of the types in the libraries, and all these are defined under the same system namespace only, man. Yesterday, what we discussed, console is in the system namespace now. Not only console, all these are in the system namespace only. See now, float, double, decimal is system.decimal only, pool, system.boolean, date time, CUID, CUID, char, string, object. So many names are matching here. Some are not matching. What is not matching? Fourth is not matching. And these 6 are not matching. Byte is byte only, S byte is S byte only. These 6, what 6? Short, int long, u short, uint, u long, and float. Except that remaining all are matching. Total 17. How many are not matching? 7 are not matching. 10 are matching names only. Got it or not? Are you clear? Okay. So what are all these predefined structures? Predefined structures. Now look at this also once. We have string now. Array, string is also predefined only. But how is it defined, you know? It's a class. Object is also predefined only. 17 types, right? 17 types. 15. Text length, right? 2. Variable length. 15 are fixed length, 2 are variable length. These 15 are structures, these 2 are classes. Nothing is born here, everything is defined. Someone should write the code for it now. Understood or not? A car is not born, a bike is not born. Someone manufactured it, remember. Are you clear? Same way, these data types are also not born, they are predefined. So first 15 are fixed length types and they are structures. The next 2 are variable length types and they are classes. Classes, structures. I'll show you a few points here. Read them carefully. Read the first point. Understood? What are they? Primitive or predefined. Means what the meaning? They are already defined in the libraries and you can start consuming anywhere in your applications now. Readily available, consume it. Second, stop it. Stop it there. Did you understand that? Come again. Listen, you declare int in the code here. You declare int in the code, compile it. It will convert into system.int32. It will convert into system.int32. You declared a float. After compilation, it will convert into system.single. You declared a long. It will convert into system.int64. Why, sir? Why this conversion? Because the actual names are what we saw in the second column only. The actual names are what we saw in the second column. Are you clear? You have a name. but you also have a pet name. Your parents may call you with some pet name now. Your friends, your family members, your parents may call you with your pet name now. Array, what you are seeing in the second column is the original name now. And what you are seeing in the first column is a short name or a pet name for the thing now. Without writing system.int32. Simple name I'm using, int. But this int will convert into system.int32. Which one is convenient to use for you? First column or second column? Why you know? Why you prefer first column, you know? Array, not easy. Yeah. You all came from C language and you learned that only in the C language. So C# is trying to match you. Understood or not? Where from you came? C background. What you know? You don't know what is int32 64, all this nonsense now. What you know? I know int. I know short. I know long. I know wide. So C# is matching you now. Array, C language data types only you use now also. I will convert you this into the actual original types for you behind the screen. You don't require to write anywhere. C# CIL type. What you use? C# type. No need to use. But as a developer, you should know everything, what is happening inside. That's why I'm explaining you. You don't require to remember the second column at all. You should focus only on the first column. But don't forget, whatever you use in the first column will convert into second. It will convert into the second for you in this context. So once again, you can read. Either classes or structures under. Okay, na? How many types are there? 17. Correct na? In these 17, read. String and object are classes, where the rest of all the other are structures. So till now, you noticed one thing, and the system namespace, we learned 18 types. What 18? Yesterday we learned console. Na? Console is also system only. So totally 18 types we learned from the system namespace now. In this 18, 15 are structures, 3 are classes. What classes? String is a class, object is a class, console is a class. Remaining 15 are structures. Okay, next point. No sound. Signed integers means positive or negative. Unsigned integer means pure positive values. Pure positive values. Next. Storing what? Storing what? That are. Remember, yeah, these values will come from SQL Server. These values will come from SQL Server, which is a alphanumeric string holding a, and it will be in the following format: 8-4-4-4-4-12, total 32. Are you clear? Next. Other than English. Next point. Known as ASCII. What do you call it? Unicode. We call it as Unicode. Already I shown you this to you. Char, CH is equals to A. What it picks? ASCII. What is ASCII? 65. Converted to binary. What's the binary? 1. 5 zeros, 1. Next. I declare char CH is equals to Hindi character A. What it picks? Unicode. What is the Unicode? 230 and converts into binary. You know how to convert a number to binary now? Convert and check it out, yeah. Convert and check it out. 2309 converted to binary will be 1001, 5 zeros, again 101. That is the binary value of 2309. Is it clear? Okay, you can Google and find everything, man. See, just Google for ASCII value table. You'll be getting the ASCII values of all the things. You'll get the ASCII value of all the things. Percentile, 37, ampersand, 38. See, comma, 44. Decimal, 46. Alphabets, uppercase, lowercase. You can just check it out. Understood or not? Okay. And same way, ASCII value of Hindi alphabets. Not ASCII, sorry. Just Google it here, you'll find all the things somewhere. Unicode. This table is not visible. It's present there, not visible. Okay, Google it, guys. You will be finding Unicode in the typing. So just if you Google it, you can find out all the Unicode representations of any of the appropriate characters. That's not Hindi, that is Devangiri. It's not India, this is Devangiri. Like this for Hindi also you'll find somewhere. Scroll it's a big list is here. Just check it out. And from there, you can pick up the Unicode characters. Okay. So like this, every character should have a numeric representation. So that numeric representation will be converted into a binary format. Well, just a minute. Read the next point. ASCII requires and Unicode requires 2 bytes. That's why the char size will increase to 2 bytes. So now we have support for Unicode characters. C and C++ have support only for ASCII. Java, .NET, Python have the support for Unicode. Next one. The size will vary based on the value assigned to it now. The size will vary based on the value that is assigned to it. Last. It's also variable in type. It is also variable in types here. What are the two? String and object. Simple thing I'll tell you. Variable and types are classes. How many classes? 2 classes. String and object. Rest all are structures. Mixed and types. Structures. Variable and types. Classes. Are you clear? Fixed and types. Structures. Variable and types. Classes. 2 variable and types. String and object. Rest all are variable and fixed and types only. There are only 2 variable and types. String and object. Rest all are fixed length. And all of them are structures. Okay. Now, Just a minute. For char, ASCII or Unicode, 2 bytes only. Because char is a fixed line type. Char is a fixed line type. So for ASCII also, it will be 2 bytes only. Yeah, this is a good question, guys. Read this. Object can store anything now. Then why all this I can use object only now? Yes or not? Okay, you might be purchasing a ready-made. You might be purchasing a jean pant here. You might be purchasing a jean pant. You may have a size now. You may have a size 30, 32 like this. I basically hope like 40 size fits to all. Yes, na. So why don't you purchase 40 size directly? Why you go for a your own size 30 size or 32 size like this? Why you're wearing? Pick 40 or if it everyone now. Don't do that now. And same thing here. Use common sense here. What is it? Type safety will not be there. What is the type safety? Suppose tomorrow if I say int I is equals to 100, can I perform an arithmetic operation on this or not? Possible or not? Now I'll say object obj is equals to 100. Will it store? Yes, it will store, no doubt. But I cannot do any arithmetic operations on this. Did you understand me or not? I want to add this 100 to something. You can't add. You cannot add. Again, you need to convert this into integer. Then only you can do arithmetic operations now. Array, why do you pick a 42 size and again alter it to your size of 30 now? Did you get my point or not? Okay, directly you can pick the size you want now. Yours is 30, pick 30, but you are picking 40 size change now and asking to alter to 30 now. Which size or not? Same way. Because see, if I declare int like this, I can do addition on it, subtraction on it, multiplication on it, division on modulus on it, anything I can do. But I cannot do anything on this. If I want to do, what should I do again? Convert this back into integer. Convert this back into integer and then do it. Why you want to take object, convert into integer and again do it. Directly you can declare integer only. Are you getting my point or not? Okay, in what scenarios we should use object, I'll tell you. But when you know the type, you should never use object. When you don't know type exactly, then you should use a object. I'll tell you that only. Going forward, I'll tell you what scenarios object will be used. We don't use object every time. We use object only in particular cases. Otherwise, we will always use a specific type only, not a generic type. Okay? Well, tomorrow is Sunday, man. Okay. Now, we understood about the list of data types now. How many? 17 data types are there. How to use in the code? How to use them? By declaring variable here or keyword. By declaring variables. How to use a data type? By declaring variables. Types cannot be consumed directly now. So to consume them, what you require to do? Declare the variables. How to consume it? By declaring variables. Okay. How to declare a variable? You know how to declare a variable now? Int I. Int I. I'll tell you. This is the syntax to declare variables. Focus on this, all of you. Modifiers. Okay. Constant. Read only. Type. Variable. Lot of options are there, see. What is mandatory there? Pick it up. That's it now. What is the type? Variable. Array. Int is the type. I is the variable. That's all. Int I. Int is your type. I is the variable. Remaining all are optional. Remaining all are optional. I'll tell you what is the use of it. Okay. Before I tell you the use of it, Guys, do you remember this in your C language? Global variables and local variables. Your teacher have taught you. What's a global variable? Declared generally on the top of the program, accessible in the whole code. Correct? Local, declare inside a block of code and can be consumed inside the block only. What is global? Global variables are declared in the top of the program and are accessible throughout the program, are accessible anywhere in the program. Next, local variables are declared in a block of code. Function means block of code only, na? In a block of code, and are accessible only in that block. Are you clear? What is that? Global variable, local variable. What is that? Global variable, local variable. A small change in the terminology now. We don't call global and local. What we say, in C sharp, variable means local. That's all. There is no global. Global is not called variable. Global is called field. Are you clear or not? So from now onwards, we don't use the word global, local at all anywhere. Remember what I should say? Field, variable. Field means global. Variable means local. If anything is accessible throughout the class, it should be called as a field. Otherwise, variable. Okay. Let me show you. See, look, guys, class test. Here I am writing int x is equals to 100. Tell me, it's a field or variable? It's a field. Okay. Static void main. Int y is equals to 200. What is it? Variable. Clear? This is field, means global. This is variable, means local. Simple bind. This y can be used only inside of the main. Out of the main, y is not accessible to you. But the x about x, anywhere in the class you can use it. Are you clear? One more thing is, you can use it outside the class also. You can use it provided we use public modifier. Provided we use modifier. Provided we use a public modifier, this is accessible out of the class. Sir, if I don't use public, it is private. It is private, accessible only in the class. If I use public, accessible inside the class, accessible outside the class also. But look at this here. This is not accessible outside of the function at all. So if I make public, you cannot use public on variables at all first. You cannot use public on variables. Even you try to use a public also, that is not accessible outside of that boundaries now. What is that? This block. Out of the block, you can't use y anywhere. But x can be used anywhere in the class as well as outside the class also possible. Clear about variable and field, all of you? So remember, now onwards, I won't use anything called global and local. I will only say field variables. Look at this. I'll tell you each and everything. Class test. Now come on. What is mandatory here? Type and var. Cut. That's it now. In type. I declared something now. Now you want to know what is the meaning of all the optional things now? Come on. Int j is equals to 100. Int j equal to is equals to default value. We can assign a default value. That's optional, man, not mandatory. That is optional C. For I did not assign a value. For J, I assigned a value. You'll ask a doubt now. Sir, what is the value of I? What is the value of I? Right? Look at your fourth column now. Look at your fourth column now. What is that? So what is the default value of all the integers? 0. Decimal, 0. Boolean, false. Date and time, 01010001 000000. Zero ID, 32 zeros. 32 zeros. Character, /0. String, null. Object, null. These are the default values. If you don't give a default value, these are the default values. So listen, every field has a default value. Okay, what is the default value? Which is 0 for all numeric types. Okay, numeric types. Next, false for Boolean type. Next, 0101 0001 0000 for date time. Okay, next, 32 zeros for GUID. Okay, for char, for string and object. Any doubts? Did you understand? Understood now? Okay, remember the default value is fields only, not for variables. Read the statement. Every field has a default value. So what about variable? Variables doesn't have default value. Variable doesn't have default value. No default value for variable? No. It is your job to assign it at the time of declaration. It is your responsibility to assign it at the time of declaration. Remember, this is a valid statement. Okay? And this is a invalid statement. Clear or not? Why, sir? Default values are only for fields, not for variable. Variable doesn't have default values, man. Who have default values? Fields only will have default value. Variable doesn't have default value. Why this difference? I will tell you in object-oriented programming. When I discuss about object-oriented programming, I'll clearly practically show you there. What is it? How a field will get the default value and why a variable doesn't have a default value. But default values are only for fields, not for variables. Is that clear, all of you? Are you clear here? What is this, sir? You know that, man. String S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. What is that? Do you know how to speak? I have a bad habit here. If you don't open the mouth, I'll make you stand up in the classroom. It's a bad habit I have. I'm warning you seriously. You're not ready to open the mouth, don't come to the class. Please, I did not ask you about rocket science now. A simple thing I'm asking, you're not opening the mouth. What you done? N number. You're declaring N fields at a time now. Are you getting it? You're declaring N fields. That is what N is. Clear? Okay. So type where. Yeah. Okay now. Next. What next? Listen. All these are private. All these are private, accessible only inside the class. Accessible only. Sir, I want this to be accessible outside of my class now. Then I should use a modifier. Watch it. Public full flag is equals to true. See now, I use the modifier now. I use the type now. I use the variable now. I used equal to default value also. Combination, you can use whatever you want now. See now, this is public. What about this? Private. All these are private, but this is public. Accessible within the class, accessible outside of the class, and that is modifiers. I hope you remember this in C. What is it? Constant value, the one which is used for declaring a constant value. The best example for a constant, pi, constant float pi is equals to 3.14. So what is the constant? I'm sorry. What is the constant? Fixed value means we cannot change this value. When we cannot change the value after declaration. What is that? We cannot change the value after declaration. So it is mandatory to initialize at the time of declaration only now. Did you catch my point or not? Tomorrow I will declare it. Lateral SNA value not possible. Declaration time only. Initialization should be done. Otherwise, it is an error. Are you clear? That is what we call as constant. Fixed values will be constants. Next one. This is also like constant only, man. This is also like constant only. Cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. When I say this loud out, why you need user constant is there already now? Why read only again? The difference is, listen. The same thing now I'm using read only float pi. I did not initialize C. Yes or not? I can declare it. I can initialize later somewhere in my code. I can initialize later somewhere in my code. Later on, I will initialize it. In a different location, I will initialize now. Are you getting me? Listen. Constant cannot be modified after declaration. Read only also cannot be modified after initialization. After initialization. Remember, guys, what is this? And it contains both now. What is this? Declaration. What is this? Initialization. See the difference, man. Here, declaration time only initialization should be done and cannot be modified. Here, first declare, later initialize somewhere in the code. But remember, once initialization completed, finish, that is locked. You cannot modify the value again. Shall I tell in simple words? Constant is a train ticket. Read only is a bus ticket. What is the difference between the two? You have to purchase the ticket and then get into the train. Yes or not? Without purchasing the ticket, can you get into the train now? Purchase the ticket and get into the train. Tell me, once ticket issued, can it be changed? You want to travel to some X station. You purchase the ticket. Afterward, you change your mind and you want to go to Y station. You go and ask him, change it to Y station. No, not possible. Cancel this, rebook the ticket. That's all. Correct or not? Okay? So that's what. Now, what about the bus ticket? No need to purchase a ticket first. First, get into the bus. Purchase the ticket. But here also, once ticket issued cannot be modified. Yes or not? Once ticket issued cannot be modified in both scenarios. But first one is telling take ticket and come. Second one is telling come and take the ticket. See, first take the ticket here now. Yeah. First come in. Now take your ticket. Can I be modified now? Are you clear or not? I'll tell you. See, first understand the concept. Where should I use a constant? Where should I use a read only? I will show you all the things practically going forward. First, I was only trying to tell you what is a constant, what is a read only. When we start writing code more in detail, then I'll tell you. In these type of scenarios, constant should be used, and in these type of scenarios, read only should be used. I hope everyone is clear with this too. Understood all now? First one, modifiers. It is to define the scope. It is to define the scope. What is the default scope? Private. I can make it public, accessible anywhere. Some options are there here. I can make it internal, accessible in my project only. Understood? Public means anywhere. Internal means project only. Private means class only. Like this, different scopes will tell. Okay. Next, constant. This is to declare constants. This is to declare read only. This is to any of the 17 types we learned there. This one, a variable name for the appropriate thing. Default value n. N number. Are you clear? One last thing. We'll stop it. One last thing. Listen. What is this decimal? Huh? Yes or not? Unfortunately, yeah, in all, unfortunately, decimal values are by default treated as double. Unfortunately, decimal values are by default treated as double. So this line will give an error now. What error, sir? The error is you cannot assign a double value to float. Understood or not? To resolve it, don't forget this one. Whenever you declare a float, there should be a f suffix. There should be a f suffix. Look, float f is equals to 3.14. F should be used. Double D is equals to 3.14. Perfect now. Same way. Decimal D is equals to 3.14 m. That is how you should declare a float double decimal. Did you understand or not? Float should have a f suffix. Decimal should have a m suffix. If both these two are not there, it's a double. If both these two are not there, it is a double now. Okay? I'll show you guys. I did not write the code. Next class, I'll write the code and show you. If I don't use f and m, your compiler will give you an error telling you this is a double and cannot be assigned to a float. So use a f suffix or use a m suffix. Compiler will tell all those things to us now. Okay, I'll show you practically all the appropriate things in the next session. But what is your task now is, today I explained you about using static directive. Okay, try that also. Have you tried your first program? Everyone successful? Anyone got error? You are not confidently telling me you did not write the code here. Ritama? Okay, by Monday I want everyone to be up to date. Are you clear? By Monday I want everyone to be up to date. First program, second program, third program, and also go through the list of your data types. 4 columns clear? Tell me, first one, C# type. Second one, cell types. Third one, size capacity. Fourth one, default value. Monday, I will even show you this one. C# type converting into CIL type. I'll practically show you. I said, you know, you declare C# will convert into CL. I'll show you that practically in the Monday. Okay. And coming below, all these points I explained you. And then syntax to declare fields and variables. What is a field? What is a variable? And these are all the points what I explained to you. What is type? What is name? Constant, read only, all the things. Page number 34. I want all you to be up to date up to the programs up to this one. Monday, I will practically show you all these things on screen to you. Is that clear? Let's stop here. We'll meet on Monday.